Yo, what's up? It's DNA for sure. And this video is about um gay people, the gay community, the LGB community, not the T, not the QY. LGB stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and then there's LGBT, lesbian, gay. They include uh TQI and A, which is transsexuals questioning, enter something, and asexual, which is not having a sexual preference. Just the history, my thoughts, and just my opinion on certain things. First, we're going to dive into the history. Now, in ancient civilizations, and when I say ancient, excuse me, let me put this black out. When I say ancient, I mean like not even ancient, just some shit that is 400 years old, and maybe a little bit older than that, maybe thousands of years. Because we all know that in certain cultures, homosexuality is not accepted. Jamaicans, I think they kill gay people. I'm not sure. I don't know a lot about Jamaican culture. African culture, the ancient Egyptians were very open with their sexuality. The European cultures, of course, like the Romans and shit like that. But in these different cultures, gay people, lesbian people had a very important role in their civilization. Gays, when I say I'm gonna clear this up. When I say gay, I mean homosexuals, straight up lesbians and dudes who don't like girls. That's what I mean. They were the predominantly they were the warriors and the hardest working people when it came to protecting the civilization and protecting the growth of the civilization. And this is why. Now everybody has that instinct, whether your sexuality is directed towards the opposite sex or not. We all have an instinct, that instinct to create, to have children. We all have that, even if you want children or not. That was caused by some kind of social, uh, what's the word? Social, not programming, but environmental influence, social and environmental. You just saw people with children who, and that lifestyle didn't appeal to you, or you just don't want children just because of some spiteful shit or some bitter shit, probably. But their whole thing was, okay, you like men, which means you're not planning on having sex with a woman anytime soon. You like girls, whatever. You're not having sex with any men anytime soon. So you don't have, you're not trying to have kids. You're not going to multiply. So we're going to train you to be warriors. Gay people were a lot of the times warriors. I'm from Atlanta. Like 50% of men in Atlanta are gay, like openly gay. Probably a little bit less. Like I think it's 10-1 ratio, men to women, women to men. For every one man there's 10 women. Like 75% of those women are bisexual or openly gay. Probably not 75, but probably something like that. I don't know the statistics exactly. But in the ancient world, in 300 years ago, 500, 1,000 years ago, all of those people would have been warriors. They figured, okay, you're not planning on having children anytime soon or having a family. So you need to go to war. You need to protect the people that are gonna have families, the people that are trying to protect their children, and they would train them to be warriors. Now, in the Irish and Scottish, somebody told me about this civilizations. Any civilizations where men wore skirts or robes as a form of warrior attire. That was symbolizing, if you can kill me, if you can walk up to me and put your fucking spear in my chest or shoot an arrow, then you could fuck me in the ass. That was the symbolism for that. That's what that stood for. You know, a lot of people kept their shit wrapped up because they knew after this is what we're gonna do. That's what they are gonna do. They're gonna have sex with our dead bodies. And I'm not gonna give them the convenience of doing that. That's where they stood as far as homosexual activity. And a lot of people know this, a lot of people deny this. And it wasn't an invitation. It was like halfway. It was like a knock that stick off my shoulder type thing, a challenge. If you can kill me, you can fuck me in the ass. If you can get me to drop to my knees and be incapacitated, if you can knock me out or put me in a coma, lift up my skirt, fuck me in the ass. That's what that meant. And that's very, I wouldn't say that's gay or weird, but it was just that challenge, you know. I don't understand it per se, but I'm thinking it was just like a pride thing. But um that's the history. Gay people were warriors. They were meant to be. In their civilizations, they were set up for that. Which is why I'm thinking a lot of, well, not a lot of, there's a substantial amount of gay people that are big, gay men that are just big, like 6'4", 6'3", 200-pound gay dudes. Like, it doesn't, I mean, of course, I mean, it doesn't, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense that a big guy can't like dudes, but it's just a strange setup. Because they pick the biggest, fittest people to protect their countries or their village or their area. And then when all the war was over, they would go get a woman and they would reproduce, have kids, bring them back to their boyfriend, and they would have kids and raise them. And they were, you know, they grew up with two dads. That doesn't make you automatically gay. But, you know, there's a predisposition to that. They're exposed to certain things. So, there's that. Now, a lot of people think that, I don't know if being gay is genetic. A lot of people seem to think that. A lot of people think that spirituality plays a lot of into it. Me, I personally think that spirituality does have something to do with it. Genetics have something to do with it. Spirituality and genetics, to me, from what I've studied, has a lot to do with a lot of things. But that's not what this is about. A lot of people think that people's moms, you know, that's why there's so many gay black men, for example. People who don't grow up with fathers. They're gay because they are always around. And we know all of our families have, you know, a lot of women in them. Just because women are just the more predominant gender in this world. The firstborn, a lot of the times, are males. But there's a lot of fucking females in this world. And you know, when you take that away, when you take the men away, and all the dude sees is girls, you would think that they would grow towards wanting a woman, you know, but a lot of the times they have, and I've seen dudes like this, where they're feminine as fuck. They talk, how they speak is of a woman's style. They talk, their conversation styles are like women, where they just comment and just talk and just even gossip. They have feminine qualities. But, you know, I grew up around a lot of women. And my mom, thankfully, was a very masculine woman. So I don't talk like a woman, and I don't have mannerisms, like oh, I don't move my neck, and just like it's a lot of dudes like that, and they're not gay, and they get more bitches than any dude that I know, but they're just really feminine. And it's a lot of dudes that's just straight up gay because they grew up around a lot of women, and then you know all the females in their family are just programmed to drive away men because they're so strong or whatever and emasculating because they didn't always have a man around, whatever. But I'm not exactly sure what else I want to speak on. This whole thing. See, that was that. Okay, that's what stimulated that first. The whole history. The history behind gay people is being the warrior. Of course, a lot of people are programmed to be romantic, but I mean, I don't have a problem with gay people. Most people, when they really think about it, they don't have a problem with gay people. My problem is men being so feminine and embodying femininity so much, where it just makes you uncomfortable, or you're just so flamboyant about expressing your sexuality. Maybe it was suppressed for so long that you feel like you have to make up for all those years lost that you could have been. I mean, that doesn't being gay doesn't mean fucking wearing pink. Your favorite color could be pink, legit. But it's like a lot of people try too hard. Being a gay woman doesn't mean having short hair and wearing baggy clothes. Like dudes don't even wear baggy clothes like that now. But a lot of women just seem to think that's what liking women is a part of. Dressing like a man, acting masculine. And that's not how people acted back then. People weren't confused gender wise. People didn't feel like they had to fulfill certain gender roles when it came to homosexuality. And it just that bothers me a lot because now we're breaking down the perception of what real masculinity, what pure femininity is. It's about the whole receiving and enforcing, yielding. Because a lot of females having a baby and doing all of that, that is, and that's a woman's job because that's what a woman's body does. But that's something that's very hard. I couldn't be fucking pregnant. That's a commitment. You have to change your whole fucking life. You have to be out of fucking commission. You can't drink, you can't smoke, you can't even run. You can't run or protect yourself or you're going to kill the baby. That's very masculine. That's like holding down the fort, you know. But my video time is running out. That's just little thoughts here and there, not a whole bunch. The history, my thoughts. Oh yeah, if you like, I might make that a different video. Probably will. All right, peace.